Mohammed, what's up, buddy? I just answered your questions for Mindset Mastery this week, by the way, Mohammed, in case you hadn't seen it yet. I actually did like two more videos, guys, but I wasn't happy with them, like for another 45 minutes of content, and I deleted them. So if I get time this week, I'm going to try to redo them and post those as well. If not, that's what I'm going to talk about next week. So, hey, guys, I'm following the local PR strategy that BB talked about in the recent Syndication Academy webinar. My first PR from Serpspace turned out to have an error I missed. Could my second PR be a correction of the first? Would it be just as powerful? It's going to have to be worded slightly different, Mohammed. Otherwise, it will probably be rejected by the distribution service because they don't allow duplicate content. Rob, who's co-partner or co-creator of RYS Reloaded with Marco, he does a really good with creating his own PRs from using other people's PRs and just rewording them, like rewriting some of the stuff and then just republishing those, which is awesome. And, putting his own links and stuff in it. All I ever do, Mohammed, is just use the PR writers from whatever distribution service we're using. If it's in Serpspace, we use the PR writers there. If it's in any one of the other services that I use, I always use their in-house writers. I used to use my own PR writer, but the problem is each different distribution service is going to have different editorial guidelines. They're all similar, but there are some slight nuances. And so even if you have your own PR writer, it's good to have that because you get a specific voice that becomes consistent through all the PRs. But the problem with that is different distribution networks may kick it back for various reasons, right? And say, no, this needs to be edited, or this is not approved or unapproved because of this reason and that reason. So it becomes kind of a pain in the ass. So I've just learned it's just more efficient to use the PR writers that are available within the actual distribution services because they know what will pass for their editorial guidelines. And so I just always give very specific instructions. I always provide the PR title. A lot of the PR writers are going to want to change the title and tell you that their title's better, and I always change it back because I know what the hell I want to target. And when I provide the PR title, I want them to use that. So anyways, PR title, who, what, when, where, sometimes why or how. And then you want quotes from an executive, or if you're doing a review post, like an announcement of a new review or a 5-star review or whatever like that, then you can always use the review text from the customer as a quote. But that's pretty much what they're looking for. So just keep that in mind. I would recommend if you had a PR written from Serpspace, because we don't even allow user submitted PRs anymore, do we, Roman?
No, we don't.
Yeah. So,
yeah, I was also going to mention that because I've had to do this in the past where, somebody misses some kind of information on the press release when they submit it out, and then they would need to make a correction. And we can have a press release written up, basically saying that what we stated here was incorrect and that this is correct, and gives you an excuse to link back to the original PR. Yeah. And then you can push it up that way and turn your kind of the disadvantage into an advantage. So we've done it in the past, corrections PRs. So just message support and we should be able to take care of it.
Very good. Thank you. By the way, Mohammed, keep this in mind. Anybody doing the PR strategy, guys, when you go to add links into your press releases, if you're going to be doing any sort of stacking, you want to use a redirect URL to the PRs that you're pointing links to. So like if you're doing a second tier PR, which points to another PR, you want to use a redirect URL because a lot of those PRs purge, and some of them purge within as little as 90 days. I've got a lot. I'm not going to get into that. I'll talk about that in Mastermind tomorrow. But I've got a lot of stuff that I've seen since I started doing stacking, which was about 5 months ago. I've done a lot of that, and there's a lot of those PRs that were originally published that are now been purged from the PR sites. They're on some sites, but the vast majority of them now are already been deleted. So there's some sites delete after 90 days, some sites delete after 6 months or 180 days, right? So and then there's some that keep them for I don't know how long, but they're still up. And so it's best if you just keep a record, like a spreadsheet of all the PRs and your target URLs, and then use redirects. And I recommend just setting up like a dummy domain for that, or even a subdomain like press dot something or whatever. That's what I do. And I just use PrettyLink Pro, I use PrettyLink Pro, but you can use PrettyLink Lite, which is a free plugin to set up all the redirects. And I use that so that now if a PR is published that is pointing to a target URL of another PR, that has been purged, I can go in and swap what that link in the PR is published, the published PR, what that link is pointing to, right? The destination, the target URL, I can change that out, swap that out to something else. And it can be anything. It can be a tier 1 property, a syndication network, a citation, anything I want. And that way I don't lose that juice, if that makes sense. So I highly recommend that you do that. I just started doing that recently. I don't know why the hell I didn't think about it before, but I'm doing that now with all my stuff. And it's much better that way. Plus, you can actually build the authority of one of your own domains that way.